So I'm finally getting around to messing with this Craftsman pressure washer. And I've got a new carburetor and a new air filter for it. This machine I was not provided an air filter with. I've already somewhat diagnosed this. The compression's good, the oil's good. The carburetor, on the other hand, it's got so much corrosion and sand and dirt in it, you guys will see that here in a second, that it is, I'm not even going to bother cleaning it out. I'm just going to replace the carburetor and be done with it. So this pressure washer is seeing some better days. Just pulled the bowl off. There's a bunch of corrosion. I've never seen one like this. I don't know if that's sand. I have no clue. So the gas tank is bone dry, and I'll show you guys that here in a second. Let's pull this thing apart. We're gonna have to pull off this little cover that's up here. Just a single screw, it looks like. And we've got a PCV line breather hose that is kind of messed up. So that's broken. That's not imperative to have that, but it's something I am going to assess and fix. I don't know that I have another one like that to replace that with, so might have to wait a little bit. That's different. So I'm going to pull off this fuel line just to make things a little easier. Interestingly, the inside of that fuel line looks really good. But now that the carburetor's off, I can undo these springs. And just because, I'm just going to pull off this whole cover too. It's kind of in the way. Alright, so leave that alone. See if we can get these linkages out. Just like that. New carburetor is exactly the same, or at least it appears to be. Let's go ahead and reinstall it. So this one goes up here. Of course, this one goes here. The new carburetor came with some gaskets and an O-ring. Let's see how much of this we can actually use. Yeah, I'm not going to bother replacing these. Even this O-ring looks okay. It feels good too. So I'm not going to bother with messing with that. Those are original equipment parts. They still look good. So I'm just going to leave them alone. If I need to, if it presents to be an issue with any of this, I've got the replacement ones that came with the carburetor. These are aftermarket, so I'd rather keep the original ones if they still appear to be good like they do. Do our best to line everything back up. Throw one bolt in to this side. So they kind of cheaped out a little bit. You have the one spring that's going to go right up here, but they didn't provide a hole for the other one, so that's typical. What I'm going to do is, I think we'll be okay just to stick it into that hole. It's not really going to make a huge difference, but that's the difference. If I need to, I have a bunch of small drill bits, and I'll go ahead and drill them out, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. So just for the time being, I'm just going to leave that vent line in place. We can also replace this gasket too. So here's the replacement filter. I'm just going to drop about a tablespoon of oil onto it. Then all you do, it's just like that. And then just install like that. So as I said earlier, I've already checked the oil in this thing, so that's not going to be anything I'm really worried about right now. I was going to show you guys the inside of the tank. Filter screen looks fine, other than that small piece of debris right there, which that's not going to cause any issues for us. I think we should be okay. Put some gas in her and see what happens. All right, so I used the hose and gun from my Husky one. Let's see if the motor will start. Anyways, the only thing I'm gonna do, turn that switch to on. What do you know? Quiet too. Seems fine, man. I'm happy with that. Seemed like it needed to be run for a little while. That other tip that I was using, the green one, had a bit of corrosion on the little hole. So I need to run that through my ultrasonic cleaner and deal with that. But I think that's what was causing that restriction issue. Seems to run okay though, and it's quiet.